Have you heard of the 3 cheapest cryptocurrency tokens that you could invest in today and potentially multiply your money 10x, 50x, or even 100x? Does this sound crazy? Does this sound too good to be true? I'm here to tell you that it isn't, and in fact in this very video we're going to be going over exactly that. Make sure you watch to the very end of this video so you know exactly which cryptocurrencies I'm planning on investing in and what you need to know about these special cryptos that I'm going to be going over. What is going on, guys? Kyle with Finance Bro here. Welcome back to another video. Let's get this video to 500 likes, guys. Smash that like button down in the description below. We have 3 cheap cryptocurrencies to talk about today. Cheap being a relative term, and I'll get into why that's a relative term in just a moment. But if you guys haven't already, make sure you smash the subscribe button as well so you guys never miss a new video that we post every single day. We're constantly trying to educate you, the viewer, on new cryptocurrencies, new stocks, and potentially new ways to make money on the internet and anything around it. And I think you guys would really enjoy the content that we put out. But without further ado, let's get into some of these cryptocurrencies that we're going to be discussing and talking about today. Now, first things first, you're gonna say probably right off the bat, this is a $86 cryptocurrency. How on earth is this cryptocurrency cheap, like you said in the beginning of the video? And that's just the point. You see, cheap is, like I said, a relative term. This is, of course, a cryptocurrency that is $86 per coin right now. But when we get into the price predictions and where this cryptocurrency could be sitting at the end of the year, you might not think that this is so cheap at the moment, and you actually might think, well, I should say that this is a cheap coin, and then in the future it could potentially be very expensive. Let's start here though with Avax. AVAX, or Avalanche, is basically a Ethereum blockchain killer. This is a incredibly efficient, incredibly quick, and overall incredibly high quality blockchain. These blockchain technology groups and projects that continue to pop up on a day-to-day basis are continuing to blow other competitors out of the water, and it seems like everybody is really gunning for that main Ethereum killer title that most people like to talk about. Now, getting into the rest of this though, let's get into what Avax has been doing recently. We know that their transaction times have been efficient. They've always been this way. Nothing really much has changed in that department. What we can see here though is interesting. Avax, or Avalanche, has launched a $100 million creator fund with Grimes. Grimes, of course, being a kind of alternative experimental music artist if you've never heard of her. Now, also a Web3 platform called OP3N, or Open. This is kind of interesting, and this is going to more than likely lead to some type of interesting take on NFT technology mixed with metaverse technology and anything in between, which we know is becoming more and more popular. So this is good to see that Avax is taking advantage of this type of technology and continuing to push forward to move that in the right direction. Now, really quickly, you might be wondering, okay, maybe you don't understand what a blockchain necessarily is. Maybe you don't understand anything that I just said about it being a Ethereum killer or about something that is going to highly outperform other blockchains. Let's get into that though right now. We know Avax is this. Avalanche is a blockchain, basically a very complicated computer system or program that allows you to see a bunch of different transactions on a ledger. Now, this promises to combine its overall scaling capability and quick confirmation times through its Avalanche consensus protocol. It can process over 4,500 TPS transactions, or TPS transactions per second, and for Ethereum that number is around 14 TPS. Now, Avax's native token Avax is the 10th largest with a market cap of about 33 billion as of writing this in March 2022. And if we look at the overall price, again, that's not far off from where we're at right now, and we continue to climb the lengths on a pretty decent basis. As you can see, Avax is only the number 10th spot in the overall world, the overall market cap ranking on CoinMarketCap, and that is pretty impressive to say the least. Now, let's get into the price predictions. Where is Avax going? Where is this cryptocurrency going to go in a sooner rather than later time period? Now, when we look, most people agree that by the end of this year, that being 2022, people are expecting Avax to be hovering somewhere around $107 to $250, as you can see according to Coin Price Forecast. Now, another one says here $153 to maybe even $147 or $178 at the end of 2022. Some people even think in December of 2023 that we could potentially see a price of $261 per coin. That is absolutely amazing growth, guys. When you consider the fact that Avax is only trading at around 80 $86 per coin at the time of making this video. That is some pretty good gains that are potentially on the table. Now, to take advantage of that, you have to be aware of some of the caveats, right? Because again, this is a long-term hold. For people who believe in this ecosystem long-term, who believe in what the project is developing and continuing to do, I agree that yes, I think Avax will go to these high price targets by the end of the year. And that's why I'm buying on the dips every chance I get. And that's why you guys really got to join our private Discord. In our private Discord, this is one of the best ways, it's one of the only ways to see what cryptocurrencies we are buying live the second we buy them. When you guys want to know, because you're always looking and saying, oh, well, this is a good cryptocurrency, but when the heck do I buy in? This is where we tell you when we are buying. We say, hey guys, we just bought this. You get a notification straight to your phone, and it's a great place to be. Hit that second link down in the description below so you guys can get signed up and be a part of an amazing community that we've created. I think you guys will really enjoy being a part of it. But overall, guys, that's it for Avax. Let's get to the next one though, and that is of course Hexcoin. If you guys don't know about this cryptocurrency, or maybe you're just getting used to it, Hex is of course a fascinating little project that has been making a lot of waves recently in the overall DeFi space. Now, what we're seeing right now, what they're doing, sorry about my voice today, by the way, guys, a little sick today, unfortunately. As you can see, Hex to USD Chart, this is what has happened recently. Hex has had a crazy, explosive growth period just over the last couple of days and in the end of March, and we even have a whole article that pretty much details everything that goes into this. As you can see, Hex spikes over plus 20% amid market recovery. Will it start doubling in its price? Again, let's read a little bit more about this and see what this entails. So as we know, Ethereum crossed over the $3,100 mark not too long ago. This was something that was achieved relatively recently, and something that I think most people were very excited about and of course proud of as well. Now, when we look down here, Hex is also made up of crypto bubbles with a 24% gain and stood head and shoulders over most of the top gainers yesterday in yesterday's market. And if we look here, guys, will the pricing doubling continue? Now, this is interesting. The phenomenon of Hex has come to a halt in September last year after it reached its all-time high. Investors indulged in profit selling and sold most of their holdings, making the crypto dip in the indices. Since then, Hex has not spiked and mostly traded sideways for close to 4 months now. However, instances of a sudden spike in the indices made news, but Hex's bull run is stunted in 2022. That isn't until now recently though. And that's what's very interesting about this, guys, is that as we move further and further into this year, we're seeing more cryptocurrencies like Hex, more cryptocurrencies like a variety of different places that are continuing to push towards those new highs and really doing so in a really quicker or sooner rather than later method, right? We're seeing massive movement in price on a variety of different tokens, and I'm very excited to see what these tokens obviously do in the future. This is a long-term hold for me as well. I like to trade this cryptocurrency a little bit. We ended up buying in here, and we actually talked about it in the Discord, so you definitely don't want to miss that in the future. But again, huge pumps towards the upside here, something that most people I think can agree pretty cool, worked out pretty well either way. Next thing though, guys, again, is we want to get into Ripple. Yes, Ripple, of course, our XRP is a fascinating financial industry token or project that has been working on some very interesting things with banks. We know that banks use Ripple more often than not than other payment processing blockchain related technologies, and we know that Ripple right now is undergoing a massive lawsuit with, of course, the SEC or Security and Exchange Commission. Now, what is a problem or a main issue with that specific thing is that, of course, we know the SEC has pretty much final say in a lot of these different securities being listed on a variety of different exchanges. We know that the SEC sometimes will go, hey, nope, you're off the overall markets altogether, and we're suing you, and the whole entire cryptocurrency, the entire stock or the company, whatever it might be, can die and fizzle out and become essentially nothing. So this is something that most people need to be very, very careful about. Now, what's interesting about this and why this has made so much noise is that you have to keep in mind, cryptocurrencies get sued by the SEC almost every single day. Ripple, however, is one of the first larger market cap cryptocurrencies that has been in a legal battle with the SEC for almost years now. Now, what's very interesting about this is that if you look at this article, Ripple is actually possibly nearing, you heard this right, a settlement, a actual ending to this lawsuit. And what people have said more often than not is that Ripple, once they are likely to get through this lawsuit, are going to be able to push past new all-time highs and break into crazy gains that nobody is even expecting. And I honestly think that there is some merit to that. Now, again, to what degree we will see those massive gains happen still remains to be seen. But I do think that there is a lot of merit to once this lawsuit is over, and if it is is in the favor of XRP or Ripple, then maybe we could see some good stuff. One of the big problems right now, unfortunately, though, is that you cannot trade XRP on American exchanges. Most American exchanges do not list this cryptocurrency, unfortunately. If you wanted to buy this cryptocurrency, well, you have to live in a different country, because unfortunately right now it is considered basically a unregistered security within the United States, and basically you can buy it, unfortunately. Now, that is what we're looking at there, and I think it's very interesting to see what's going to happen with this settlement. Again, keep in mind, this is potentially a settlement that is going to be reached, not a actual judgment or decision. A summary judgment basically meaning that both parties are going to agree to some type of terms, whether that's maybe Ripple paying a certain amount of fines, or maybe the SEC settling out of court altogether and giving Ripple everything that they desire as far as their rights as a security. It's very, very interesting to see, and I'm very excited to see what the terms of this overall agreement are going to be. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think it will be as well. Speaking of which, guys, if you want to start investing in cryptocurrency and get a free, you heard this right, $1,000 stock. I'm not kidding on that, guys. Ripple, or not Ripple, Public is running a very special limited time offer right now. When you use our first link down in the description below, sign up, make an account, and deposit at least $1, you guys could get a free stock that could be worth up to $1,000. Guys, get in on this now while you guys can. It's literally free money either way. You're gonna get something out of the deal, and I think you guys will really enjoy getting that either way. Other than that, though, guys, again, it's been a crazy day for crypto indeed. These are some of the cryptocurrencies that I'm buying and planning on hopefully riding some huge gains later into this year. Let me know which ones you like the most. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and the like button. But other than that, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm Kyle with Finance Bro. Take it easy.